Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where we are going to try out the full collection of Glamlite and Mikayla Paht Two. I don't think I'm saying that correctly, but we are going to try it out. I'm going to let you know what I think about it. We're going to swatch it. I'm going to do two different looks and we're just going to have a little sneak peek at what this collection is all about. And if you haven't been there before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related, especially things that are a little bit more on the colorful side. And this is definitely what we have to play with today. Super excited. So if you want to see more of that, don't forget to subscribe because I upload several videos every week. Okay, so I got the full PR box. It looks like this. Mikayla, I did pick some of these stuff out because I've been trying to take some pictures. You can see. Oh, there are two palettes. There's a highlighter palette missing, and now the pouch is missing too. There's some lippies. There are like this. It's a mess. Look at how beautiful this is. Look at how beautiful she is. Look at this. Stunning. Okay, I accidentally dropped the little pouchy pouch. There is a little pouch. This is a beautiful size. I am going to be using this for sure. Perfect size. You can buy this collection in the PR box like this. That is currently out of stock, but they are restocking the PR box. Or you can buy the collection like just the full collection without the PR box, but then this pouch is not included. And then you have all of these things separately and have a couple of bundles as well. They also had a couple with like the big old palette and the new old palette, which I thought was pretty cool. Ooh, because I have it here. Yeah, I put it out. The big palette. So or we just let's see if I can show you swatches of all of it, because I don't have any highlight on, I don't have any eyeshadow or any lip color on, so we're gonna try this out and we're just gonna see if this is the normal good Glamlite formula or not. I was recently at the release event for this collection. I was invited by Mikayla and Glamlite to LA. I brought Heather Austin as my plus one, met Samantha March. There was a bunch of really cool, fun, and friendly people there. Like sometimes when you go to these events and you're a little bit on the smaller side like I am, you get a little bit nervous that people are gonna be, a little stuck up, but that was definitely not the case here. Everyone was so friendly. Mikayla was absolutely lovely. She looks flawless in real life as she does online, but everything was just so wonderful. So thank you so much for inviting me to this event. I had the best time. There will be a vlog coming soon. Maybe it's coming today, like Tuesday night as you're seeing this. It depends on how much time I have to edit all of this. Let's actually start with the thing that I will not be using today. This is the small palette that they are releasing. This one is a half neutral, half green palette that it goes from light to dark, and I think this is really pretty. And the only reason why we're not using this one today is that I want to do two looks with the big palette. I will be including this small palette in a Get Ready With Me, or I think I'm gonna do like a full face of trying new makeup soon. I think that this will be perfect for that. As I'm filming this is sold out, but they did say that they are gonna restock. So if you missed something, it's gonna come back in stock. Oh, forgot to tell you. You saw the PR box. I did get sent this in PR. If you have a code with Glamlite, my code is Angelica and you will get 15% off their website if you use my codes, if you use my links. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. It really does help out. Will say, I think that this is a really stunning palette and a really smart move from the two of them to be able to release something like this for people who think the palette is a little bit too big. They also had a highlighter palette. Last collection they had a highlighter single, and now they're having a highlighter like a palette, a trio. This looks so beautiful. It seems to be a blue purple duochrome highlighter, a green duochrome highlighter, and then it seems to be like a goldy green highlighter. These look very sparkly and pretty, and I saw some people at the release event that had already gotten their PR boxes. Mine was waiting for me in Austin when I came back, that were using these, and it looked so sparkly and beautiful as like a body highlighter. Absolutely stunning, but we will be using this on our face today. I think that this one is 20 and I think this is 18, but if I'm wrong about any of these prices, just check on the links down below. There's also a brush set included, so we're going to be using these brushes today. These actually seem to be brushes that I would really like. There's a bigger fluffy brush, a smaller fluffy brush, one that is pinched, and I love a pinched fluffy brush, and then there is a more detailed brush you can either use with eyeliner, inner corner highlight, or on your lower lash line. Honestly, I think these brushes look really nice. Let's talk about the big palette. Like the old palette, it has this glitter on the inside. This time it looks like little gold nuggets, and it's a green and gold palette on the outside. The inside is very colorful. I feel like this palette is her flushing out the colors that she had from the last palette, because this is definitely a green, purple, blue palette, and I am loving the blue row, like the lowest row here. It is so stunning, and these blues are incredible. So I'm definitely doing all blue look, and I think I'm gonna do that as look number 2, because I kind of want to wear that for the rest of the day. And I thought maybe we'll do something purpley green. I did look, because I told you that I was gonna compare this to the old Glamlite palette. Let me see if I can pull these up. I would say the main biggest difference is there are really not any neutrals in this new palette. There are just greens and purples and blues. And I also think the purples in this one are a little bit more on the warm side, and the purples in the old one is a little bit more on the cooler side. I also think the green in this one are a little bit more on the tealy side, and the greens in this one are a little bit more either true greens or more leaning on the warmer side. And now of course you have only 2 blues in the old one, and you have a full row in the new one. The new one also goes a lot deeper with the mattes and a lot lighter with the shimmers. So I feel like it's a bigger range in this one, which is something that I appreciate. I'm so looking forward to be using the dark mattes in this one. You have absolutely no idea. There are a couple of shades that are a little bit similar, but now that I've looked at them really like up close, I don't think that there are any dupes, but there are definitely some similarities when it comes to like purples and greens and blues, but I don't think they're dupes. On the other hand, I feel like if you own this one and you want to support Mikayla and get another palette, I do think that this one will match really good with this one. Especially the yellow and the lime green in this one will work so good with the shades in this one. So I would say that there are some similarities, but there are not any like straight up dupes. Like there are not any colors that are existing in this palette that is also existing in this palette. I hope that this makes sense. There's also a couple of lip sets. There are 2 lip sets. There are 2 lip liners, a lipstick, and a gloss. I'm going to be using, of course, one for each look. I'm excited about that. And then there's some lashes that we are going to dig into. They're still in my PR box, but I think we're just going to zoom in and start. I've been talking for a really long time. We haven't applied any kind of makeup so far, but I'm excited to be trying this out. I hope these swatches were somewhat helpful. I am truly excited to be trying this. A couple of people were wearing this release when I was at the party, and it looks absolutely incredible on them. So I'm hoping it's gonna look, at least in the neighborhood, as good on me. But there was some really talented people there, so I'm gonna do my best. I think we're gonna start with the darker lip set, the one that has the goldy gloss, because I kind of want to use the lighter lip set that seems to have like an greeny blue duochrome gloss. I kind of want to use that for the blue look. So I'm gonna start with a lip liner first. I will put everything that I'm using down below, all the info about all of these things, all my links and codes and all of that in the description box. If you're wondering about any of the things that I'm wearing or using, check the description box. I really like the Glamlite lip liner formula. It feels like smooth and easy to, like, it's not tuggy, but at the same time it's not too overly creamy or smeary, so it's hard to be precise. So this color is in, well, it doesn't actually say on the tube. It doesn't say, but this is the darker of the 2 shades. Oh, that's pretty. That is really pretty. I'm gonna keep it like this for now, and then I'll apply the lip gloss at the end so we can see how it all looks. I'll apply a little bit of eye base. I am going to be using the Glamlite eye primer for these looks. This one is in Buttercream. Slightly too light for me, but we'll make it work. So for my first look, I kind of want to do something green and purple. I was thinking one of those slanted halo eyes, starting with this super dark green that's called the Commons out in the outer corners. I think I'm gonna start like that. Ooh, and let me use the brushes. I'll start with this one that's called 04 and the one that's called the Commons. Ooh, immediately, yes. Immediately. I feel about this color as I felt about that dark blue in the Frosties palette, or Frosted Flakes. Sorry, Frosties is the European name. It's also this dark and pigmented and just wonderful matte shadow. I actually wore the Frosties palette plus some neon singles and some other singles from Terra Moon to the party, but the crease was the Frosty's palette. I just think that that palette is so nice. Wow. I'm gonna use a little bit of this detail brush, and I'm gonna use the same shadow, and I'm just gonna drag this down on the lower lash line, just like half of it. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this pinched brush, and I am gonna take, I know that a lot of people use all of these, so maybe I'll try to use all of these. I put my finger in that one and use all of these mats to blend it out. I personally don't like me, how I do my makeup. And I'm not saying that I'm doing the best job or that I am even the person that's doing it correctly. I'm just saying how I do my makeup. I don't need that many shades to do a gradient. But let's try it today. Because I'm sure that these like super creative Instagram and TikTok folks, I mean, they're onto something, right? I'm missing something. I'm just cleaning that brush off a little bit, and then I'll do the Fall Riva, which is just a little bit lighter, and again I will push that on the edge, not taking it in here. I hope you noticed that. I'm keeping it out here. I think with this fluffy brush I'm gonna use 13, and we're gonna see if we can just brush this on the edge. I would probably use a not so fluffy brush for this normally, but I just want to use all the brushes. I really like the quality of these brushes. They pick up color and they're really good at blending. I actually think that these are going to be brushes that I use quite a lot. So yeah, just blending out this last one, and I'm going to do the same on the lower lash line as well. Okay, so I'm guessing we're doing the same with the purples. I might skip some of the purples because like I don't think I need this one. So I might go this one, and then just straight to this one, depending on how they look. Because also, let me see if I can clean this off a bit. Because also there's not as much space out here. Or like in here, I should say. So I'm gonna start with the darkest one that's called Authenticity. Wow. I'm really a big fan of these darker shades. They did really good on those. I'm so happy they included that in this collab. Doing the same on the lower lash line, and I'm also gonna put a little bit in my inner corner, not like blow it out, but just a little bit, because I am not gonna do a lighter inner corner basically. Now I'm doing the one that's called Mimu, and I'm just gonna push this on the edge here, and I'm gonna go up in the diagonal a little bit. So this is the lavender one. It's called Mama Wong, because it's not Wang, right? It's Mama Wong. So I'm just gonna put that on the edge. Oh, I love this color. Maybe I'll do a little bit of this in the inner corners. What a pretty shade. That's really fun. I'm really liking how that is looking, and I love how deep it went. So what do we want to do? There is this really cool, that's called, you can't see anything. You see here, it's called Poppin', and it's like a green iridescent. I mean, there are so many cute shades here, but do we want to try that? Do we want to try that? I can't, listen, I want to try that, so now you have to want to try that too. So let's do the Poppin' shade. This is what it looks like. And I haven't, well, I didn't spray it, you saw. And let's just push this in the middle, and I'm gonna push it up here as well. That is really stunning. And maybe we'll use, or just over the, oh, that is, wait, look at how it looks when it came over to the dark side. When it came over to the dark side. Oh, I love this shadow. What a nice topper shadow. These are the kind of shadows that I want to say I've been missing in Glamlite palettes. But like I've been missing the toppers, the super dark, the super light. And this is really giving me everything. Oh, I love this shadow. I'm just gently patting, and I'm just, wow, that is so pretty. Let me see if I can, I think I am going to spray it on the lower lash line. See if I can put a little bit where they meet. That looks stunning. I have a little bit of fallout. I mean, I haven't been spraying my brush and I definitely have not been careful. I love that. Wow, that is stunning. Absolutely stunning. I'm so happy that this topper shade, iridescent topper shade is here. I love that. So this is great. I mean, I love the shifts. I love all of this. We're gonna put the gloss on, but let's start with the highlight. So what should I do? Because I am gonna film the second look right after this. But we'll do the green, right? Am I gonna regret this? I hope not. So the green is the one in the middle. It's called Blinden. These are definitely baked and they pick up amazingly. That is definitely a green highlight. And I feel like I need to work this in a little bit. I think you have to like a highlighter that has a little bit of a sparkle to really appreciate this. And also something that you can, like, it's definitely a green highlighter. And these are also great as eyeshadows and eyeshadow toppers, if that is more your jive. But these do look really pretty. I'm not like the biggest fan of like green and blue highlighters on my skin. I do love a pink or like an iridescent, like yellow or a peach, but I do feel like there's a time and place for all of these kinds of things. I do have 2 pairs of lashes here. I have a very, very particular taste when it comes to lashes because I have a fold here that's come with age. You see this fold here. So I don't like lashes. There are, right, like lately I've only been using lashes that are half lashes for that exact reason, because I don't like big ones here because they poke me because of how my eye has like shifted or changed. Because these are the 2 that was in the collection and they both seem to be really full all the way in. That doesn't really work on my eye shape. So I don't know if any of these are going to be perfect for me, but maybe I should give them a go. Just because. I'll put these on. I mean, I have to take them off after the first look anyway, so we can just see how they look. These are called Daydreamer. So let's see if I can put these on, and that's going to be the finished thing. The lashes are on, and I think they're really pretty and a little bit more on the, dare I say, subtle side. They're a little bit more on the subtle side. I am going to use a little bit of the gloss. This is the Goldie Gloss, and we're going to put that on. That's pretty. I'm just tapping some on. I don't want to get too much on the doe foot of the lipstick. It's really pretty. It's really shiny. It's definitely not sticky. I don't know if I see any of the glitter. Sometimes when you do stuff like this and you put them over a lipstick, the glitter just kind of meshes into the lip color and disappears, but it looks really pretty. I love this look. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so this is a little bit zoomed out. I will say I really like it. I think the highlighter looks even better when you're a little bit from afar, but there are definitely visible sparkles in this highlighter in case that is something that you are trying to avoid. But this is the first look. I really love it. I will say so far the formula of this palette is reminding me a lot of that amazing, excellent formula that they had in the Frosted Flakes palette that you know that I really love. So far I'm absolutely loving this. This looks so pretty. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take off the eye makeup, I'm gonna take off the lip color, and I'm gonna come back and let's do something blue and let's try out the other thing. Maybe I'll try the gloss first this time and we can see if we can actually see the sparkles. I am here, I am ready for my second look. I will say I used the lip liner, the lighter lip liner. This is probably one of the lightest lip liners I have in my collection, and I am wearing a more light to medium shade of foundation. If you are light to fair and you're looking for a lighter lip liner, I really recommend this one. It is a beigey peach that is not neon, not a white base, like particularly like you can't see the white base, but it's just really light. So I think that is really flattering. So if you're looking for a light lip liner, here is one that's actually really nice. I do like the formula of Glamlite lip liners. I thought I'd mention that. So I have the lip liner on. I have the eye primer on, and I thought maybe, because I think I got rid of most of the highlighter, and we can use a little bit of this blue that's called Starstruck. Don't come for me. Okay, I'm trying. Like I said, I'm struggling. Ooh, that is really blue purple. I'm struggling with the language as it is. I don't need accents to confuse me. That is even more blinding than the green one. Like I said, I don't really have a cool skin tone, so sometimes these green or blue can look a little weird on me. Like you can see it here because of that. It doesn't really blend in. Let me see if I can like fix plus this a little bit. But it's very blinding. But I can see it a little bit. It catches just a little bit. But wow, that is blinding. Very, very cool. Very cool. I bet that these would be so amazing over these eyeshadows. That is really, really blinding. That is impressive. Okay, let's do a little bit of the lip gloss then. Because this lip gloss, when I look at it, it looks like it has, I don't know, like so many different colored sparkles in there. Yeah, this is definitely some green. That is really cool. Can you see that? Can you see that it has green in it? Because I can clearly see the green sparkle. A really nice formula, and like it's not like just a lime green, but I can definitely see some green in there. Okay, I want to do some blue. Listen, don't come for me. I want to do some blue, and I am going to start with all the mattes, and I'm going to do this one that's called Wicked Awesome, and I'm going to blend it out with these two lighter ones. So we're going to do that because I love blues. Don't come for me. My show, my rules. Okay, so this is the darkest of the blues. Ooh, it is not as dark as the darkest blue in the Frosted Flakes palette, but it definitely has that same matte, opaque, pigmented surface when you work it into the base. Oh, that is pretty. I'm gonna do a little bit of a simple shape. I'm gonna do the darkest out here. I'm gonna do some lighter. And I think I'm gonna do a matte inner corner. I wanna see if this pastel blue is like light enough to be a pastel inner corner for like my preference, because I don't like that. And I think I'm gonna do some shimmers on the lid. A shape that I've been doing a lot lately, but I just wanna see how the formula is. I'm not gonna do too much darkness. I think I'm gonna put it like this. I hope that's gonna be good. So this is the middle blue. It is called 2021, and I am just gonna push that on the edge a little bit. This is also quite pigmented, but I'm gonna see if I can shear this out, and I might put a little bit of this slightly lighter blue in the crease. What a nice, you know how I feel about a blue that's a blue. Not a turquoise, not a mint, not a teal, not a gray, a blue. I love that. So I'm super excited about these tones. I'm just gonna wiggle a little bit on the edge, and then we're gonna go in with the pastel. I did do a little bit on the lower lash line, and I am gonna use the pastel blue now. That is called No Hash Line. I swear, people are gonna be giggling at me. I don't understand how to say this. It's no harsh lines, but cooler. You know, not like me. But I'm just putting this pastel blue on the edge, and I'm blending up towards my brow bone. This is not really me packing. This is more me blending and making sure, like, as the name suggests, that we're not gonna have any harsh lines. I'm also gonna pack it on the lid, and I'm also gonna pack it in my inner corner, but I might do that last. I really like how this is looking. I'm gonna put some shimmer on, so I'm not too concerned about this, but let me push it in my inner corners too. Yes, this is definitely light enough to be an inner corner pastel for me. That makes me so happy. because I love a pastel for an inner corner. That is stunning. Okay, so we have two blue shimmers. We have this one that's a little bit more on the dark side, and we have this one that's a little bit more on the light side. I think we're gonna use both, right? We need to use both. So I'm gonna pick a smaller brush. I'm picking the one that's called U. And I'm not gonna spray it, but I'm gonna put this out here. Oh, that is so pretty. And then next to it, I'm gonna do the I Love You shade, which is the lighter blue. So this is gonna be basically in the middle of the lid. And now, next to this, I'm gonna use a little bit of the highlighter that's called Starstruck, which is the shade that we have here. Because I feel like that's gonna be perfect. Not in the inner corner, but on the lid, to make these flow together. That looks super pretty. I am a big fan. I am gonna use a little bit of this highlighter shade. Ooh, and I'm actually gonna spray this just to make it a little bit easier to stick, and I'm gonna put that under my eyes. And the only reason why I am spraying it down here and not on top is because this part of my eye makeup was like powdered before I went in with the matte shadows, so this part is very dry. But that is the look, and I am obsessed with these colors. They're so nice. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna put Prance in my waterline. If you know, you know. I'm actually gonna finish this whole thing up because, listen, I'm tired. It's been a day. It's been a day and a half. Ooh, and we can do the lipstick. Maybe I'll take off the gloss. How do I? It's one of these that you push up. This is a really nice component. And, oh, this is the other lipstick that we had before. Never mind. Ignore that you saw all of that. Here it is. This is the lipstick to use because it is... That's very light. That's like lighter than me. Okay. But we'll try it. We'll give it a go. So I did use the Flare Half Lashes from Bright Lashes, which is some that I really love. I feel like they're giving that little oomph without like... I don't want it to be in here. I want my own lashes in here, so it's just a little bit in the outer corner. So let's try this lipstick. I mean, I did meet Mikayla and she is pale and I'm not. This isn't my shade. Let me get more of that lip liner. If I said the lip liner was light, this lipstick is light. Okay, if you don't like a really light lipstick, this isn't for you. If you don't have white teeth, this might not be for you. For me, this is a little bit, I don't want to say awkward, but it's like not the shade I go for. Let me see if I can put a little bit of this gloss on top. Not my favorite lipstick shade. Also, I don't think this lipstick shade is made for my skin tone. So do check out if you can see someone with a pale or a light skin tone. I mean, I'm light, but I'm kind of tan right now, and I feel like this is a little bit too light for me. But eyeshadow, so yummy. Okay, so I mean, the highlighter is really poppin'. It is extremely impressive. The eyeshadows are beautiful. I will say, just this is my like reaction of like doing two looks with this palette. I think so far, after using quite a few of these shades, not all of them obviously, I think this is the same good quality as the Frosted Flake palette, and I have said that the Frosted Flakes palette is my favorite Glamlite palette ever because not only does it have excellent quality, all of the shades, but it's also that beautiful orangey blue color story, and these blues are incredible. These are the kind of blues that I love. I'm so excited that I'm gonna be wearing this tonight. We are going to a barbecue, and I think I will change the lippy because I think it's a little bit too light. Let me know, do you wear light lippies like this? Because I know there is quite a few people out there that love a light lippy like this, and if you're that person, do let me know. As I said, First and second impression, I think that these products are really good quality. The lashes, I prefer something that's half lashes because I feel like they're bothering me otherwise with how age has changed my inner corners. But I do think that they're really pretty, and the lashes that I put on were really nice. I think the star of the show is the palette. If you like a duochrome highlighter, I think they look really, really stunning. Like they are incredible, and it worked so good on the eyes as well. And again, if you're interested in seeing me try out the mini palette, that is coming soon. And when I say soon, I mean soon. I'm gonna get on that, don't you worry. But give me your thoughts. I will leave, as I said, some links and my code down below. What do you think? I think this is my favorite look. Did you like the other one more? I think this one is my favorite. Give some thoughts down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again tomorrow for a new video. Bye!